All right, y'all, it's Memorial Day proper. It's Monday, the 30th. No, 29th. See, we had episode 29 on the 28th. Here is number 30 on the 29th. Just gluing these plates together. Like I said, we just stuck some finish nails in here just to locate these things. Just so when you put the goob on, you just put the one on the top, sandwich them together, they don't go sliding around. Because they're cut. If you were just going to do great big square blanks and glue them together and then, you know, draw your lines and cut it out, I suppose that'd be a little different, but they'd still slide around a little bit, but it being oversized, it wouldn't matter. You'd still have to draw lines on your square to make sure you're pushing all the voids out. Now we've got some voids here, but this is actually extremely acceptable. We're going to have a couple holes up here. A hole and a slot for the wing to adjust. Another one here, a pivot hole and a slot for that lower to move, right? So we'll have a little adjustment up here, out on the end. And so this is the microspheres. This is the stuff I just mixed, and it's already hardening up. This is the raw stuff. I mean, it literally weighs nothing. This feels like it weighs more than this. So just resin first, and then tons and tons and tons of that powdery stuff, the microspheres that I've showed you that before. I mixed up a big old bucket of it. This here is probably half full. And I started with too much resin, right? I probably started with about this much resin. And it literally takes more volume of spheres than it does resin to make it the proper consistency of peanut butterish type, right? You want to be able to spread it. That's what I'm doing with it here. So I dumped a bunch of it into one of these and kept going till I got a good mix, then filled up one of these, and then dumped the rest of it back in and got the consistency again, and just split. Obviously, we probably could have done both of them with one, but it takes some hands-on. You got to try. I use a dowel and roll it out. But this is already setting up, and just you don't need to put weight on it and all that. I mean, you can if you wanted to, but you'll end up pushing the two panels together and pushing all the gook out, and then you'll have, instead of little voids, you'll have big spots where they're really not glued together. So up here where it matters, where we're going to be, you know, all the way around the edge, got to be completely bonded and glued together. And down here where we got the pivot point and the slot for the little winglets there. So this is more than good enough. Actually, I chased it a little bit just to make sure all the corners were down and the middle is good and flat. Rolled over top of it, like I said, with that roller, and then just took this here and worked out some of the stuff that was near the edge. When you start going with the roller, it'll go, and then it'll go right under, kind of like a surfer in a wave, man. You know what I mean? So it's just don't mix it too hot. Give yourself some time. You see, they almost look like they're the same color now, but when you put the resin in and you start mixing, it turns like a tannish color. It changes color, so you know that you're got enough catalyst in it to get it to harden up. So just wanted to bring you a little of that here on the true straight up Memorial Day. Bonus was on the internet late last night about 12:30 on Zillow, and found a place and just kind of held my breath about it a little bit and doing some praying, and we want to be in the right place. We don't want to just buy something just to buy something. And Sherry's real picky, so found a place about 50 minutes, about the same amount of time away from her work as we are from here, except all the way out the other way, south of Livonia, south of I-94, south of Detroit, further west, farmhouse with a farm all around it, man. Looks good. She looked at it and she looked at the picture and said, "I love it. Can we look at it?" And I thought, man, she's never said "I love it." We've looked at so many places. So we go look at it tomorrow. I'll bring you some of that maybe as an RPM update. But till then, we got to get these pieces in order so we can get them to Patrick this week, Wednesday, Thursday at the latest. These are going to go to paint along with all the body work and the center panel that I just made here, the filler panel. It's going to go across here. I marked it. I was going to do Zeus's and springs and all that stuff, and then I thought, you know what? Let's get this glue job done first, you know. So this will end up being painted red like the rest of the body work. And then, of course, you saw what we were going to do back here with the aluminum tray. Just up and over to keep the heat from the exhaust coming in, and I think that's going to be the ticket right there. So plugging away. I'm going to mix up this other stuff, get this one glued down so all this stuff is ready for tomorrow. I can start cleaning it up and get it ready to go. We're going to have to really mount this stuff back on and drill the holes in it. That's why I haven't tore down everything here. Now that the wing's glued up, we can go ahead and pop our holes in here, cut off the tips so it has room to rock and roll both ways. And we know our pivot point is somewhere in this slot. As this goes up and down, this bit's going to move back and forth. So we're going to make sure we got it right when we drill it. Then we can get the wing back on and make sure after we got the excess cut off that it rock and rolls like we want it to. And then we'll go ahead and, that's why we saved these. We're going to use those to transfer holes into there for the wing is on the end of the wing as well. So it's all coming together. It's all coming together. We don't want to drill holes in anything that has clear coat on it. I'm going to call Patrick and find out. I mean, he's going to use an adhesion promoter and stuff, which I didn't use on mine. And of course, everywhere there was a hole on my laydown bodywork. The clear eventually started to chip and peel right off. So maybe it'll be okay to drill through it with him using the adhesion promoter. We'll get some advice from the professional coming up. So there you go. Number 30 in the can. God bless y'all. Hang in there.